So the Washington Commanders finished the season off strong, beating the Dallas Cowboys 26-6. The Commanders finished the season 8-1. So we're going to talk about the win, talk about Sam Howell, and much more. And if this win really means anything. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. It takes 1 second on the road to 11,000 subscribers. It's also free. Also, hit that like button and that notification bell. All right, so the season is officially over, and as much as, this team gets me upset during the games, I will miss watching them play. I know that sounds like crazy, but it is true. It is true. Even when it's miserable, it's better than not having anything to watch at all, and we move on to the offseason. But let's recap this game, and I do, unfortunately, have a rant. I'm actually really mad. Not necessarily that they won. I was hoping they'd improve their draft slot, but it is what it is. They beat the Cowboys at home, finish off the season with a win. That's fine, but the way they won the game is what gets me upset because this game was meaningless for the Commanders. If they won, they were out of the playoffs. If they lost, they were out of the playoffs. There's nothing they could have done today to make the playoffs. This game was about developing your young players, and they did not do that. Sam Howell got 19 pass attempts. 19. This game was about giving him the most amount of reps you could, and that should have been pass attempts. He should have gotten 35 plus pass attempts. He got 19. That is absolutely ridiculous. The Commanders, who again had nothing to play for, this game was about developing your young guys. First off, in the first half, they were running the ball too much, but in the second half, once they got they had a significant lead in the first half, but in the second half, they were just running out the clock. That is ridiculous. First, you're going to win the game anyways. That doesn't matter. Give Howell as many pass attempts as possible. Why are you just handing it off to Jarrett Patterson or Jonathan Williams? 41 rushes. They had more than double the amount of rushing attempts than they did passing. That is ridiculous to me. Sam Howell, you only got to play him one game, so make that game count. This is basically half a game for Howell because the whole second half, he was handing the ball off to Jarrett Patterson and Jonathan Williams. And I thought Sam Howell looked good. I really did, but we only got to see 19 pass attempts. And, Rivera, again, nothing to play for, multiple 4th and 6s or whatever, 4th downs in the red zone that they should have gone for. They should have gone for, try some new plays. I don't know if Scott Turner's going to be here. He should not. But, try some new plays, see what you can do, or, get Terry's stats up or get Howell some more reps. As a passer, no. What do? They kick it with Joey Sly, and he missed a couple as well. It's just absolutely ridiculous how they handled this game. It's great that they won. They finished the season with 8 wins, which I think 8-1 is technically a little bit over 500. But the way they did it, guys, I just wasn't a fan. I just was not a fan of the way they played this game. I thought Howell should have gotten way more pass attempts, and they just really ran out the clock the last quarter and a half when they should have been trying to develop Howell. And even, honestly, not even Howell. Get De'Ami Brown in there. Get him some pass attempts and, give him some reps. Cam Sims, guys like that really haven't had the opportunity this year. Give them reps. Cole Turner, we didn't get to see him at all, basically. And I don't know, that just gets me upset. I know some people are just super happy about the win. It is the Dallas Cowboys, technically our rivals. And yeah, it is what it is. But this game also, us beating, another reason why this win wasn't, it's not like we were preventing the Cowboys from doing anything. The Giants were guaranteed going to lose that game, and they did. And, it is a good, way to go out winning, but this usually doesn't carry over season by season. But let's go through some stats before I get back to the rant. So, Sam Howell, 11 for 19, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, got sacked 3 times, also had 5 carries for 35 yards and a touchdown. Overall, I thought Sam Howell looked pretty good. Besides the 1 interception, which was awful. Yes, you want to try to get a pass off there, but you got to know, you can't throw into triple coverage. I think if McLaurin doesn't slip, maybe he throws it to him, and he was still covered, but maybe there was more of a chance. That was awful. And there was 1 or 2 other plays. I think 1 on 3rd down where Jonathan Williams was open, and I think he missed threw it to McLaurin. I can't remember, someone. But for the most part, besides that, he looked good. He had a really nice deep ball to Terry McLaurin, traveled about 60 air yards. Great pass. He had one to Dotson. That Dotson had a good rookie year, guys, but his strength coming out was his hands, and he did have some amazing catches, but he had too many catchable passes this year that he didn't catch, and that was one of them, a nice deep ball by Howell to Dotson, and he isn't able to come up with the catch. And then the touchdown pass to McLaurin, that was good. It was just on him. And then also there was a drop by McLaurin that that was a bad drop by Terry. Nothing. I'm not mad at him at all. I mean, he's been amazing, and that almost never happens. But that's a catch he has to make, and if he makes that, he probably gets 15-plus yards, and not only does that help his stats, but helps out Howell's stats, and they get another set of downs. But I thought Howell overall, give him a B-plus grade. I think he looked really good. As a passer, was solid. As a runner, was good as well. That run play that they had in the red zone, that was great, and that's what Howell gives you the ability to do. Because I think Heineke's quicker than him, but Howell's much stronger, and he's able to read the blocks and go through the right lanes better than Heinicke is. So I think overall he's a little bit better of a runner than Heinicke is, but I still think Heineke's a solid runner. They just don't use him as one. And then Jared Patterson looked good. 17 carries, 78 yards, 4.6 yards a carry. Jonathan Williams, 14 for 32. Scott Turner just had some absolutely ridiculous play calls. I can't remember who it was, Williams or Patterson, who had a 9-yard run on first down, and then they do 2 outside runs on second and third down when it's obvious. You run it right up the middle, you're guaranteed to get a yard the way the team's been running, and they do some outside runs or stretch runs that take a while to develop, and the Cowboys get them in the backfield. Just absolutely terrible. And then I don't know who to blame in terms of them just running the ball the whole time in the second half. If that's on Turner or Rivera telling Turner let's keep it chill. We don't want to we want to play to win. We're trying to win this game. Let's run the clock out. I don't know who that's on. I'll give it to both of them. Just terrible. McLaurin overall was solid. 3 catches, 74 yards. At least he finished off the season strong with a solid performance. 74 yards is solid. Had a touchdown, and then Dotson was good. Besides that one pass that he probably could have caught, he looked good. His releases were great, and his yards after catch were really good. I like the connection from Howell and Dotson. Logan Thomas is all right, and that's really it in terms of the pass catchers. Because you know what? They only threw the ball 19 times. Just ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. The defense was absolutely amazing today. And another quick rant. And this is not just on Del Rio, but this is just defensive coordinator as a whole. I don't get the whole prevent defense thing. It's like the Commanders absolutely shut out the Cowboys in the first half. The Cowboys had 1 first down on them. And then, Jack Del Rio's like, you know what, let's change it. Let's get them guaranteed 10-yard passes. Let's give them 6 of those right away by playing prevent, soft zone coverage, and they got a touchdown. That's the only time they got it all game because the Commanders were playing prevent defense. I literally do not get it. I do not know why teams do it. Unless you're up by 14 with 5 minutes left, there's no reason to do it. I don't know why they do it, and it's the only reason the Cowboys scored any points on us. It would have been amazing to win 26-0. Some guys that stood out on defense, I thought Derek Forrest was solid. Danny Johnson had a heck of a day right there. Khalil Hudson was all right. Mayo, okay. Ridgeway, man, 5 tackles in a quarter and a half, 2 quarters. He got hurt. Percy Butler, I thought he flashed. He had a nice, him and Kendall Fuller had nice coverage on a deep ball by Prescott. He also had a nice tackle near the line of scrimmage. Number 79, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but that's this guy right here, Benning, but whatever. He was there a lot. Deron Payne, I guess he got 2 QB hits. Chase Young, he got some pressures, but I was really hoping for a sack from him. I mean, he's going up against Jason Peters. The guy's 48 years old. Really wish he could have gotten a sack, but I like that he played the whole game, got some reps. And then Montez Sweat should have had a sack. He cannot finish, man. He cannot finish. He could have. I know that's with a lot of pass rushers, but it seems like he's always at the quarterback, or he's always half a second too late to get the sack. And Ethio Bada got it instead. Bob McCain allowed the touchdown, but he also had some nice plays. And then Kendall Fuller had a pick 6 after dropping an interception the play before. The defense is amazing. Defense was amazing, and it's crazy because the Cowboys played their starters basically the whole game until that last possession. And the Commanders were missing Jonathan Allen, their best defensive player or second best defensive player. Cameron Curl, a top 3 player on the defense, definitely top 3 most important. And they were missing Jamin Davis, their best linebacker by far. Benjamin St. Juste, their best corner. Like, their best player at every single, basically, line. D-line, linebacker, cornerback, and safety. Like, they were missing all those guys, and they shut them out. Should have been 0 points, but it was 6. They forced a turnover. Special teams was, I guess, solid today in terms of, besides kicking, the coverage was pretty good. Jarrett Patterson had a nice return, 27 yards. De'Ami Brown had a nice tackle as a gunner. Dax Milne is all right, I guess. I mean, he had a 16-yard return, but Joey Sly missed 2 field goals. A 52-yarder, it is what it is. Can't miss whatever that one was, a 30-plus yarder. It's like a 30-something yarder. And then also he missed an extra point, and Brett Maher also missed an extra point. Not a good kicking day for both teams, but Joey Sly, that's something they definitely can consider moving on from. Someone they can consider moving on from this offseason. Definitely something that could happen right there. And I don't know if I said it before, but the Commanders will have the 16th pick in the draft. So, again, the reason why I'm mad is it's a little bit because of the draft selection, because, again, at the end of the day, this game does not mean anything. But really the difference was 3 picks, because I think the best they could have done is 13 or maybe 14. So it's fine them, moving 2 or 3 slots down. I just think that, to do all that and only, to win and only get your, quarterback 19 pass attempts is just absolutely ridiculous and a terribly managed game by Ron Rivera. And I know a lot of people are probably like, dude, you're making way too much of a big deal out of this thing. And maybe I am. I just think that, you don't get a lot of these opportunities to really get a real NFL game. Like, all the pressure that comes with it for these guys and, to give them reps, basically a way better version of a preseason game, and you ruin it. You don't give Howell the reps he needs. And I don't know. I think Howell did a good job. We'll see. It's tough what they're going to do at the quarterback position, because only getting 1 game and really not even a full game from Howell because of the amount of pass attempts they got, you really can't tell what you have in him. I like the debut, but again, it's not enough, man. It's not enough. You need not even 4+ games. You need 1 or 2 seasons, but definitely not 1 game. So there's a scenario where they just keep Howell and Heineke and let them, battled out in training camp to see who wins. Maybe they draft a guy. I don't know, but I do like Howell. I think they can keep trying to develop him. He's on a rookie contract. Not only a rookie contract, he's on a 5th-round rookie contract. So they're paying him nothing. So if he can even be average or slightly below average starting QB, which is asking a lot, but if he can do that, that would be amazing. They could definitely win with that. I don't know about win a Super Bowl, but they could get into the playoffs consistently if he's an average quarterback with the team that we have around him. So yeah, guys, moving on. We're going to the offseason. It sucks. Another season without us in the playoffs. No playoff win. It is what it is. Comment down below videos you guys want to see. I'll be posting everything. So free agent stuff, coaching stuff. There's going to be a lot of news in the next few days. So I'll have all that. Just make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. It takes 1 second. It's free. And that notification bell, because it'll come in handy with these updates in the offseason. So thanks for watching, guys. It was a great season. Thanks for all the support, and peace.